Jai Mother. Charanam Sharanam Ramambige. Charanam Sharanam Trayambage. From now, there shall be no fear for me in this world, and thou shalt be victorious in all my strife. Gitanjali. The same evening, as Mother had instructed me, I tried to meditate. I was not clear about one or two things. So next morning, I went with my sister to see Mother. She greeted me very kindly and took me to her room for a few minutes. Mother told me that they were going to Bombay the next day and that it would be well if I could be at Madras when she returned. Mother assured me that everything would be well soon and that her presence would be with me even though physically she might be far away. I prostrated before Mother and she lovingly embraced me. Oh, the boundless love of hers, the endless source where each can have his fill. I took leave of Mother, and I can still see her standing there, tenderly smiling at me, love, hope, and infinite kindness flowing from her to me. In the stormy rolling seas, did I realize on what firm ground I had anchored. I remembered how in those olden days, though immersed in the depths of incomprehensible mental troubles, I had an unquenchable thirst to find the reality and the inner joy of life, which I believed existed behind phenomenon world. The great longing had often overwhelmed me. I had yearned for a direct experience of the divine, a revelation of God's reality. Mother Shakti had remained an unrealizable dream in my mental imagination. It had been a blind and groping pilgrimage to truth. That eager search and those fond dreams now became a golden reality. Days marched on. Daily I had meditation, and it was a wonder to me how I could easily concentrate and meditate. I who could hardly sit with closed eyes even for a few minutes. The soothing power of meditation stilled my restless mind, and by, the realization of what Mother had given me came to me. I gained spontaneously a knack to be immersed in meditation. The old troubles had not left me completely. Mother had warned me that they might sometime crop up, and they reared up their heads now and again. Mother had given me a small booklet containing parts of Mother's teachings and rules of conduct for the disciples. It contained a small photo of Mother in Samadhi. So whenever I needed help, I bowed before the photo as to the real Mother and prayed to Mother for help. Never once did the Mother in the photo fail me. Often I felt an irresistible, compelling power gathering me in a soothing embrace. The hovering, invisible hands silently removed many a suffocating tangle of mental suffering. O Mother, even the unseen touch of thy hand soothes and calms the restless mind. Whoever can fathom the depth of the ocean of thy love and mercy? Days and weeks passed. About 6 weeks had gone by since I came from Trivandrum. Soon schools were closing, and I got the happy news that my husband was coming to Madras with my daughter. The day before their expected arrival, however, we had a wire that my husband was unable to start as his father's illness had suddenly taken an anxious turn. My feelings may better be imagined. The great strength I had received from Mother made me cheerful and serene. A week went by. My son and daughter arrived from Trivandrum. They were so happy to find the great transformation in me. One morning, After their arrival, we all went for a drive to Mambalam. I had been inquiring there if Mother had returned. That morning we got the joyful news of Mother's arrival. On account of the hot weather and the strain of the programs in Bombay, Mother was in bed with fever. So I thought I would have no chance of seeing Mother then. But Mr. S said Mother had inquired about me soon after her arrival and might want to see me. As I sat waiting, I thought of Mother's kind solicitude for me, and my heart was filled with comfort and gratitude. Soon I was taken to Mother, after being cautioned to stay only a few minutes so as not to tire Mother too much. Mother was resting in bed. I went and bowed down before her. Though I had seen Mother only a few times, I had formed an image of her in my heart, an image so perfectly woven around with all that love and devotion could conceive, that at times I used to wonder whether I would have the same picture of her when I met her again. Now, gazing into that face softened by divine love, I felt more enslaved than ever. Smilingly, Mother asked me how I was feeling. From that radiant face, there emerged lightning rays of peace, compassion, and love. She was very happy to hear all that I had to say. She told me that doctors had asked her to take complete rest, but I was to go there daily and Mother would give me a few minutes with her. I got Mother's permission to take my daughter in to see her. Mother spoke a few words of blessing to her. We bowed and took our leave soon. The mere sight of Mother had sent my spirits soaring high. I felt carefree and light-hearted. Whenever I went to Mother, I found that I was transported from this world of turmoil to a sphere of intense peace, where the recollection of the world and the feeling of egoism melted away. After a couple of days, I had a letter from my husband to say that, as his father was very much better, he was arriving the next day for a short stay. I had wanted my husband to meet Mother and had been feeling so disappointed as there seemed to be little chance of it then. If my husband had come earlier as originally planned, he would have had to return without meeting Mother. Here again I saw the hand of Providence guiding our course. Sharanam Sharanam Ramambike Charanam Sharanam Trayambage. Jai Mother.